everybody! Are you hosting a party soon? You don't have to spend a lot to have delicious bites for your guests. I'll show you how to make this perfect spread of appetizers for $20. And your guests can eat everything with a toothpick. And don't throw away leftovers. I'm gonna transform them into a delicious dish. This recipe could not be simpler. It is sausage with dip. Now, I saw this recipe on Barefoot Contessa. She's the best. She's one of my favorite chefs on Food Network back in the day. And I saw her recipe for this and thought it was brilliant. So she makes it with kielbasa and a mustard dip. Amazing. But I wanted to add another variation in case that wasn't your style. So this is the breakfast sausage with a maple syrup dip. So we're gonna make both and you can choose which one you like. I'm telling you, this could not be any easier. Genius idea. So I have my Polish kielbasa here. All you need to do is cut this up. Instead of circular slices, cut it on a slight angle. It looks a little fancier. And just small bite-sized pieces. Whatever you think is a good bite. Okay, you ready for the next step? All you do is throw this in a pan. Put it on medium-high heat and spread these guys out and just sear each side. So easy. With these breakfast sausage, I think I'm gonna cut these in half so they're almost like a little smoky. Thank you to all the new subscribers. It's so cool to have all of you here. I'm relatively new to this, and so all your comments have given me a lot of encouragement, and it's just really nice to connect with you all. I think I'm realizing how much feeling a part of a community and building that really does inspire me to do these every week, so thank you. Okay, let me know in the comments. I've been thinking about getting Hexclad. I've seen it around at Costco, and I'm very curious if it's actually good or not. So if you have it, and if you love it, or you think it's kind of overrated, let me know. I gave the pan a quick clean, and with our breakfast sausage, I'm gonna add a little more oil because they don't bring as much to the party, and add these guys in. These are looking good. Okay, well that's cooking. Let's make our dips. We're gonna start with the mustard dip first. Each one starts with a half a cup of mayo. We're gonna add a pinch of salt to both of them. With the mustard one, I'm using stone ground mustard and yellow mustard. You can go crazy, you could have Dijon in there, you could just have yellow mustard and this will still be delicious. Just use whatever you have in your pantry. About a hefty teaspoon of the stone ground. Then we're gonna add our yellow mustard, about a teaspoon as well. I love a spicy mustard, so I'm adding horseradish, about half a teaspoon, just a little bit. Mix all this up. I'm gonna add a little pepper to this one. Okay, for the maple syrup, we have our mayo, salt. Here we go. I'm gonna try about a tablespoon of maple syrup in here. And I got the good stuff from Costco. Then I'm gonna make this a little sweeter and add about a spoonful of brown sugar, and we'll see where it's at. Okay, let's try it. Wow, that should not be that good. Dude, if you put this on a breakfast sandwich. All right, next video, watch out. This is coming back. This is so good. I'm gonna change nothing. It's perfect. This recipe is our bacon-wrapped water chestnuts. This is one of my favorite appetizers to make. It is incredibly delicious. You're gonna eat all of them before your guests get there. It's gonna be great. We have 1 can of water chestnuts. If you could find whole chestnuts, it's so much better. I could only find sliced, which will make work. And I have 8 ounces of bacon. I got a great deal on this bacon. Before I went to the store, I was looking online for bacon and saw that this was so cheap, but I went to the store and it was very hard to find and it was unmarked. It was still the correct price. So anytime you're searching for a deal, just beware that sometimes Walmart is not marking things. So we start with the sauce. We're gonna have half a cup of ketchup and a half cup of brown sugar and a half teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And we bring it over to the stove. All you need to do is bring this to a boil and mix it all together, just so the sugar melts and incorporates with the ketchup. Ooh, look at this, we already got some bubbles. Loosened up a little bit. I'm gonna turn this off. While the sauce is going, we're gonna preheat our oven to 350. All right, now we're gonna assemble our little guys. I'm gonna cut this bacon into thirds. And what you wanna do is take, if you're using sliced, probably grab 2 of them and wrap the bacon around your chestnut. Take a toothpick, poke it through, done. and put them in a baking dish that is sprayed. These guys will stick if you don't spray it. Oh, these come out so good. It's like crunchy and sweet and savory and just like a delicious bite. Oh, you guys are seriously gonna love it. We made it for Christmas one year and now it is permanently on the menu. Final step, all you do is pour your sauce over these little boys. Just try to avoid the toothpicks and just make sure every chestnut gets a little sauce. And if you want to serve this in the dish, which I recommend, just go through beforehand and kind of clean up the sauce on the side so it looks a little prettier when you bring it out of the oven. This goes into our oven for about 45 minutes, but check on it. You just want to make sure the bacon is done. Oh, check out our water chestnuts. They look so good. They smell incredible. We are having fun in our next recipe in making wasabi tuna crackers. Our pantry items we all have, and usually we have a can of tuna. If you don't, it's really cheap at Walmart. I actually got one there. Most of that tuna just went in the sink accidentally, so luckily I had this one in my cupboard. So this is super easy and fun to put together. So take your can of tuna. We are making tuna salad. So get your mayonnaise, add 1/4 cup. Try to get the tuna that's not in oil. Try to get the one in water so you can drain it a little bit. And just mix this up. And at this point, just give it a taste test. See if you need salt. Actually, mine is pretty good. Okay, this next part is optional, but it makes it super tasty. If you do have sesame oil in your pantry, add like 1/2 teaspoon. It's gonna give it a rich nuttiness. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, our next part is prepping our crackers. I use water crackers. You get at Trader Joe's, very affordable. If you had Toll House sitting around, feel free to use those. Really, like any cracker that's relatively neutral will work for this. I picked up this wasabi seaweed snack at Walmart. Super affordable. If you had other seaweed snacks, that works great. I liked a little bit of the wasabi flavor. So let's take our seaweed out. And what I want to do is have one of the seaweeds on a cracker. I think I'm going to cut these slightly so they're a little less big, which will be great because we'll use the little ends as garnish. Okay, so the plan is to have a seaweed on top of each cracker, but in order for it to stick, we need the glue. So you could either do mayonnaise, I'm gonna do sriracha, put a tiny dollop on each cracker, just enough for that seaweed to attach. If you had wasabi, that would be perfect. Now, the seaweed, press it down where you put your dollop, and now it'll stick. Now, with the leftovers, what you want to do, take a few of them and cut them very thinly and then in half again, making little strips. If you're enjoying these budget-friendly meals, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and I will make more of them. Now for the tuna, get your tiniest ice cream scoop and get a little ball of tuna and place it on each cracker. Now, if you didn't like this sushi vibe, you could totally change the flavors of this dish, but keep the crackers in the tuna. So maybe you wanted a cheesy tuna bite. That'd be good, kind of like a tuna melt. Maybe get some tomato in there. Or you could put cheese on it and broil it. That would be fun. These are looking so cute. Okay, now to garnish these and make them pretty. If you have sesame seeds, now's a great time to use them. I'm gonna pour some out and then just sprinkle them on top. Okay, then with our seaweed, let's see how this will work here. Just put a few on top, try to get some height and just like have fun, play with it a little bit and like rip little pieces if you need to. I feel like with garnishing, just like pretend you know what you're doing. Pretend you're a professional chef and you've been doing this forever. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm finding smaller pieces work a little better. So maybe cut them up. Oh, voila! We're getting fancy, y'all. We are making shrimp cocktail the easy way. I picked up these jumbo shrimp. They were on sale. So we have a pound of shrimp. All we're gonna do to make these shrimp is to bake them in a 400-degree oven. I have made shrimp cocktail a very different way, which is to boil the shrimp with a huge stock pot. You throw a lot of things in there, and let me tell you, it is delicious. But this way is too, and it's so much easier and a little more foolproof when it comes to cooking shrimp. So you wanna give that some good oil. We're gonna add salt here. We're gonna do just a little bit of pepper. And then our secret, if you have this spice, now is the time to use it. It is garlic butter. And if you don't, that is totally okay. You could skip the garlic, you could add garlic powder, you could really add whatever seasoning you want. You could go a little different. You could do like a Cajun shrimp cocktail, who knows? But ooh, this is gonna be delicious. Just mix that around, make sure it's all coated evenly, and spread these out so they have their own space. All right, our little shrimpies go into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Ooh, take a look at these shrimp. These look so good and smell amazing. So be careful, don't overcook your shrimp. What did they ever do to you? Just cook them till they're nice and tender. All right, let's plate up our little shrimpies. My husband is actually allergic to shrimp, not deathly, so it's okay that I'm in the kitchen, but he can't eat it. So I'm really excited to eat all these shrimp and have an excuse to make shrimp. And actually, I'm gonna arrange these so the tails are out so people can easily grab them by the tail. For the cocktail sauce, I'm going easy mode and pick this up from Walmart. You can absolutely make the cocktail sauce with pantry essentials. It's like half a cup of chili sauce, half a cup of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of horseradish, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, half a teaspoon of Worcestershire, and 1/4 teaspoon of Tabasco. Like I said, I saw this and it was cheap, so we're gonna use it and taste and see how it is. Okay, I know it's gonna need something. Let's see. I can't believe it. That's actually pretty great. It's got a little kick. Dang, Walmart, that's actually great cocktail sauce. It's a little thick. I would love for it to be a little smoother, but that flavor is good. This recipe is a spin on the traditional veggie plate. You guys might be thinking, wow, a ranch veggie plate? How creative. But I have a secret ingredient that is gonna take this to the next level. First, let's prep our veggies. I washed everything, and now I'm gonna cut up our celery. Now, I think the trick to veggie plates is to not do this. Done. Because this thing is so hard to bite into that no one will eat it. So what I do is I cut these in half, and it's small enough where it's easy to eat, and even half again. Because somebody may not want this big chunky celery, but I guarantee you, I bet they'll eat 4 of these little ones. And don't worry, the celery is not gonna go to waste. I'm gonna use it in one of the other recipes today. All right, so I also have baby carrots. I've washed them. It's a nice trick. Sometimes baby carrots get kind of slimy and weird in the bag. So have a wash, throw out any of them that don't look great. Now, this isn't in budget, but I figured many of you might already have chicken nuggets in your freezer. So this is a great pairing to the veggie tray because it reminds you of buffalo wings at a party. For our dip, we're using our ranch dressing packet. I'm only using half of this bag. Then, according to the packet, you need half a cup of milk and a half cup of mayonnaise. And here's my secret ingredient, buffalo sauce. You could add hot sauce, but I'm telling you the buffalo sauce is where it's at. Because what this veggie dip is trying to mimic is chicken wings. Chicken wings are so messy, they can be so delicious, but at a party, I don't see a lot of people eat them because they are so messy. So this buffalo ranch dip should give you that feeling of chicken wings without all the fuss. Once that's mixed together, chill in your fridge for about half an hour. That will thicken it. I promised you I would use the leftovers, so I am making a Cajun rice to go with our leftover kielbasa and shrimp. What's super nice about these appetizers is that if you do have leftovers, you can use them. You don't have to throw them away. So I had this idea because these videos every week is the way I prep our meals for the entire week. So I really wanted to do a party meal for you all, but then I was like, uh-oh, am I gonna have to cook separate recipes to be able to eat this week? I don't think so. That's way too much work. So I thought about this, and we are going to make this rice with some veggies I had, and I'm gonna eat the shrimp, and my husband's gonna have the kielbasa. So I have a bell pepper here. I'm just gonna cut them into strips and in half. I can't believe how cheap these bell peppers were at Walmart. They were 30 cents. I kid you not. I'm gonna use them again in an upcoming pizza party video, so check that out. Now that you've seen my favorite hors d'oeuvres for a party, let me know what your go-tos are. I would love to share recipes. I really enjoyed hearing all of your Thanksgiving recipes that you make every year. That was really cool to see. Like succotash? I've never made succotash, and I think I'm going to pretty soon. So thank you for sharing. Got our green peppers. I also have some frozen green beans. I'm just gonna chop in half. And I have more frozen bell peppers. We got red, orange, and more green. And then our celery. All right, let's get our pan nice and hot. Add some oil. I'm adding our frozen veggies first. I wanna get that moisture out. And my main seasoning is the Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning. Let's season as we go. All right, once the frost is off of those, I'm gonna add our fresh veggies. And I'm being a cheater and adding some butter. We're gonna add rice to this, so it's gonna just be delicious, and the butter will soak up the Cajun and spread it all throughout. All right, now we add our leftover rice and let it soak up all of that delicious juice at the bottom. All right, then mix it all together. Check out this spread. Okay, I'm gonna make a little plate for myself, and then we're gonna taste everything together. Dip into our little buffalo dip, our carrot action, and our chicken nugget. Oh, these bacon-wrapped water chestnuts look so good. Woo! I'm grabbing 2 of those. I don't care. I don't care about my other guests. I'm eating well. Okay, let's grab a tuna bite. Ooh, we moved to our sausage. We gotta try both types. Okay, the maple syrup dip with the breakfast sausage. Our kielbasa with the mustard dip. And last but not least, our shrimp cocktail. I'm gonna get in there. I just realized everything has a dip, which I feel like is the right way to go. You know, everybody loves dip. This plate is so good. I cannot wait to dig in. Okay, we're doing shrimp cocktail first. That shrimp is cooked perfectly. Oh, the cocktail sauce brings a little kick. That is a great bite of shrimp cocktail, and it was so much easier than boiling them. Okay, let's try our buffalo veggie dip. I love having a little veggie just to brighten things up compared to everything else. Love it. And our chicken nugget. I love the buffalo sauce in here. It really does give buffalo wing vibe. It's great. Let's do the water chestnut. This is basically dessert. Wow. Just please make that. If you make any of these, please make that dish. It is so good. It's like candy. Okay, I'm gonna move over to our sausages. We're gonna try the mustard with the kielbasa. Dude, the mustard with the sausage, such a good pairing, classic. Now let's move to our breakfast sausage with our maple mayo. Oh, that is like the perfect bite from breakfast. The sausage has a little bit of spice to it, and then the maple and the mayo. Oh, that is so great. Okay, let's try our tuna bite. It's a big mouthful. That tuna bite is great. It's such a good contrast to everything. It's got the seaweed flavor, which is so good, and the crunch from the cracker. I would definitely make these again. So now the party's over. These are our leftovers. Didn't really eat a lot. Kind of weird. But this is our rice mixture, and we're gonna add some kielbasa to it. And then our little shrimpies, same deal. Then these are gonna be our lunches for the week. It's great. If you had fun watching this video and found it useful, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you over here with us. In the meantime, check out my other videos for more affordable and easy meals. See you next week.